I'm Miyabi. Miyabi means graceful. A lot of teachers mispronounce it. When I would tell them, it's like, oh, it's Miyabi, they would be like, oh, like wasabi. And then so like the whole class would just start calling me wasabi instead. I would wish I wasn't Japanese. I would wish I was white. If I was born white, I would have a normal white name that everyone can pronounce.
Reading your one day's article resonated with me. My full name is actually Ehinehi Owecho, and it means a big gift from God. I was born in Nigeria. When I moved to Scotland, my dad was like, do you want to go by your middle name, which is Joy? But I was like, no, I want to go by my name. I was the only black student in a school of like 300 people in high school. People would actually actively choose not to say it. Say we'd have a substitute teacher come in, I'd be at the top of the register and they'd scan the room, and obviously being the only black kid in the class, they assume it's my name and then they just take me off as in. I found that there were other names that weren't spelled how they're phonetically pronounced, and they were given the respect to be attempted at least. And it became an issue of, you can at least try, and then if the student tells you, oh, actually it's pronounced this way, you then correct it. And it's all a learning curve. Like, I don't think it would be unreasonable for me to expect people to be able to say it straight away.
Hi, my name is Meron. My name is spelled M-E-R-O-N, and some kids were really mean and they would call me moron. I always felt kind of like an outsider. I did have a teacher in college. She struggled with my name and said, you know what, I just can't say it. She completely disregarded me and said, I'm just gonna call you M, or she would just skip my name after that for attendance. It's just a form of respect to try and learn somebody's name. I would extend that same courtesy to somebody else. It's nice to see somebody in the White House with a different name, but it's still kind of sad to see that people still do make fun of her name. People say they can't pronounce it, but a lot of it is rooted from it being ignorant. You can sit down and ask how to pronounce it. There are now YouTube videos on how to pronounce Kamala Harris' name. I'm proud of where I come from. My name comes from the Ge'ez language, which is the religious language of the Ethiopian and the Eritrean Orthodox Church. My name, Meron, basically means holy oil. Whenever people try to disregard my name, I kind of just go back and think to that.
When I was in Japan and people would be like, wow, like Miyabi is such a beautiful name, that definitely like boosted my confidence a lot more. I have grown to love it and embrace it a lot more.
Your name is an extension of who you are. It's rooted in your language, your culture, your identity. Taking the time to pronounce someone's name really conveys respect and inclusion.
This is #OurStories. What's yours?